So today I am going to do my labor and delivery story. It's my second video to my 3-part video that I talked about in my last video. So let's get started. So I was just talking to my husband the night that my water broke, which was June 7th at 7:30 at night. And I had so much fluid in my stomach that it looked like she was going to be a huge baby. But I was only 7.5 months pregnant. She was 6 weeks early. So I got to the hospital, they admitted me, and then when the doctor that was there came in, he took a sample of the fluid and checked it, and it wasn't crystallizing like it's supposed to. When it was supposed to when they take a sample to check and see if your water broke. So the doctors didn't believe me my water broke. They weren't sure what was going on with me. Especially when he checked me, I was only a 1/2 centimeter dilated. So they hooked me up with an IV. They put me on this medication that makes you dilate. And they checked my blood sugar every hour because, like I said, I had gestational diabetes during my pregnancy. And I had Nurse Joy at night and Nurse Cynthia in the mornings and afternoon until Nurse Joy got there at 7 at night. And I had those two. Both of them were my nurses the entire time I was there. I was on a liquid diet when I first got there, and then I wasn't really eating much. So 17 hours later, after I was, officially in labor, I got the epidural, and my anesthesiologist, Matt, he was great. I loved him. He was probably the best guy I've ever met, except for my husband. My husband's much better. But he was funny. He was telling me jokes and telling me not to worry. He knows what he's doing. He just watched a YouTube video on how to put an epidural in and stuff like that. And I wouldn't have laughed if I thought he was serious, but I knew he was joking. He had to have been joking, obviously. But it was cool because he made me laugh. And when I was done, actually, when he was putting the epidural in, I didn't feel anything except for the tube going in my back. I felt it go in the right side of my back. And, it didn't hurt. It just felt really weird. It was just a little bit of pressure, nothing too big. It was whatever. It was, it didn't hurt too bad. And then, and the catheter. After he was done with putting the epidural in, my nurse Cynthia put a catheter in. That was not pleasant. I barely felt it, but it was not pleasant. I'll tell you that much. I preferred her putting the catheter in rather than taking it out. And I also remember my doctor, Dr. Montgomery, coming in to my room and telling me to try to lift my leg. Just so that he could kind of see, if the epidural's working on me or not. And I couldn't lift my legs, so he's like, okay, that's good. So he had the nurse help me get down and put my legs down so he could check how far I'm dilated. I was only 4 centimeters. And that was like I said, 17, 18 hours after my water broke at home. So 24 hours later, from when my water broke, they decided to take me in for an emergency C-section. I had to wait an hour to go in for the C-section, and I had to wait literally like an hour for it because they had a room set up for me, but somebody else came in from an accident, and she was 9 months pregnant driving herself to the hospital, and she got into a car accident, so they had to hurry up and, get her situated and get the baby out and stuff like that, which was fine. I was not in any rush to get this baby out. So The room was cold. They had to make it warm. It had to be a certain temperature for the baby to keep her healthy and whatever. So they just, I guess, had to wait, and it wasn't working for whatever reason. So they just started the surgery, and by the time the baby came out, it was 80 degrees in that room. It was getting hot. I'll tell you that much. So eventually, 25 hours later, they took me in for the emergency C-section. I didn't want to go in, definitely, because I was afraid. I was afraid it was going to hurt. I didn't want it to hurt. I was all about the pain. That's all I did not want any of the pain. That's all I didn't want none of it. I'm not a good person with pain. I mean, yeah, I've had my lip pierced several times. I've had my ears pierced twice. I'm afraid to go get a tattoo because of the pain. I mean, but I want to get a tattoo bad. But obviously, I had a baby girl. She was born at 8:14 at night. She was 4 pounds, 11 ounces, and 17 inches long. The first thing I asked was if she was okay. I asked my husband, Matt, if he could see her, and he said no, he can't see her. She only cried one time, I think I said that, and I didn't get to hold her, see her, or anything. I was on a liquid diet after the surgery. The only thing I had that was solid food the entire time I was in the hospital was one bite of my husband's scrambled eggs for breakfast. And I know this is going to be a short video, but it's just a short second part to the video. I'm going to record another video today and do 2 today and download both of them, or upload, and then Wednesday, sorry, today's Friday, Wednesday, I'll make a video with a whole bunch of pictures and upload that for Wednesday instead of making another video. And I almost guarantee that I'm going to cry during the next video, because today's a little bit of a hard day for me. So some days are harder than others, and I think you'll understand more after you watch the next video. Thank you. Bye.